Hey, black women. I put up the link to the live that Kendall St. Charles and Pink Pill had tonight in reference to Project 2025, right? Now, I understand everything these women are talking about, and it makes sense, right? But the thing that doesn't make sense about all the smart women that safeguard or gatekeep information is that just speaking about things in secret and in circles, it never gets anything accomplished. So even though you guys may think I'm crazy and I am in your face with it, the things that I'm trying to tell you are the same, or the things I've said already are the same things they were talking about in this live. But I don't want to charge you for the things I know. And I've already told you to pay attention to that, as well as so many other things. But here's the bottom line, right? Everything that these people have planned for us, these conservative racists, these evangelical people that want to make everything in life the way white people see it and fuck everybody else, the way that they're going to be coming after women and taking away our rights, I said this to y'all before, right? And I tried to say that last night to that young girl on that platform, that sovereign woman girl, but nobody wants to hear older black women who I guess are not what you guys are looking for tell you about what is coming, right? The point of it is, we've been through it, y'all. We fought to get out of the fucking nightmare they're trying to take y'all into. You understand, right, that like 99% of most black women's households are single parent homes, right? When you watch this live tonight, or you rewatch it, that Kendall and the Pink Pill put together, right? There's a clip in there of a white woman's TikTok reading through the parts of Project 2025 that's important to her because she's part of the LGBT, right? And a woman. So she reads the part out loud where they talk about, now these are the white conservative evangelical people that want to control the whole country and take us back to this Puritan type of belief in America, like we going back to 1776, okay, with the slavery and everything. All right, so they're talking about American nuclear families. There have never been American nuclear families. Don't let anybody fool you. But in their imagination and in their mind, this is how they continue to control the population of America, control women, so that women do not upset the economy of America. When other women were talking about how birth rates and the replacement birth rates affect the economy, that's only for America, okay? Because this is the only country that is built off of slavery and using the bodies of people to literally fuel its economy. Other countries don't work that way. So when these people are talking about making single parenthood a crime, taking your children away from you if they don't feel like you're a fit parent, do you not foresee the nightmare that's coming? Literally what they're trying to tell you is, you're not going to be able to divorce a man because these white men, these racist Republican and conservative white men, feel like conservative. Do y'all not know the history of conservatism and racism and slavery? Okay. Wow. So these white men who believe that women are property, they feel like you belong in your house, not out in the world working, upsetting the status quo of them reaping the rewards off of your free labor. The fact that you are overworked and underpaid, they don't give a shit about that. But you need to continue to be the pawn in the cog in their wheel so that they can keep living the lives that they live, and they stay in control, and there's never any threat of an uprising or other people in this world, in America, becoming just as powerful or at one point more powerful than the controlling whites, who are only allowed these victories because all blacks and other people of color keep feeling like they are superior to them, and allowing them to get into office, create these laws, and deal with us in this country the way that they're doing. If they put these laws into place, black women, since you are the group of women who are the highest number of single parent households, they're going to try to force those very violent, deadly, killing black women and children, black males, into your household. Otherwise, you may run the risk of going to jail for the rest of your life, or having your children taken away from you, and God knows what they plan to do with those kids. The foster care system is already overrun. So that means that they will definitely come up with an alternative situation for all of the children that the foster care system cannot handle. And I can almost guarantee you that it will be some form of child labor or something else along that line, because this is how sick these motherfuckers are. And when women like me are trying to tell you young women to wake the fuck up and stop thinking that this shit is about relationships and playing games with these fucking dudes, and this is about taking political action and really getting out in these fucking streets the way that our foremothers did, you're not listening. And the messed up part is, it doesn't affect me because I'm too old for them to worry about me, right? But it affects my daughter, my granddaughters, and the children my granddaughters will have. And believe me, they're not trying to let you have contraceptives, abortions, and anything else. So they're literally trying to take you back to the 1800s or the end of the 1700s. Like I said, back to 1776 or 1782 or 1795. They're trying to take you back to that time where you were literally nothing but some property, something to pump out babies and keep feeding these white man's economy, and just stay in your place and do not upset the status quo or the establishment of America. And instead of y'all seeing this for what it is, I understand that a lot of you can't because you're not old enough to understand it, because you never lived through this before. You're sitting here listening to young women that really don't have it right 100%, because they still keep involving black males instead of making this a complete women's movement for things we need. Now, as it gets closer to the election, you're going to see more women all across this country step it up a notch, because they understand that for the fence sitters who are still believing that Donald Trump is a better thing for America, who, God forbid, right, understands that if he gets in office, that's going to be the end of women's freedom as you know it. And you better believe every word I'm saying, baby, because they're already, the Supreme Court, trying to stop birth control that you can take over the counter, like Plan B, and different forms of birth control that you can order by mail. I did videos on this before. I did videos about the app that will tell you how to get a safe abortion, all this type of stuff. But you see, this is the thing I was talking about when I was being cheeky tonight with my other video. When you put so much emphasis on youth being pretty and these women coming online and being charismatic and being charlatans and all the rest of this, but not going as deep as they need to be into what is coming for you, that's the problem in itself. Black women, I'm urging you to sit down and really read that Project 2025 and understand what they got mapped out for you. They're trying to take all your rights away. You won't be able to get out of a marriage, but they're going to make sure you be in one. You won't have no control over your kids, but they're going to make sure you have them. You're going to want to work, but you're not going to be allowed to. You can go to school, but it's only going to be useful to what you have been slotted to do. (1976, 1989). 1789, 1800, 1810. We heading back there as far as the rights of women are concerned, and black women being at the bottom again, trying to fight their way back to the top to reestablish your right to vote, your right to work full time, your right to get an education the way you need it, the right to have your freedom and to say what goes over with your body, your children that come out of your body, and whatever happiness you try to pursue in this country. All that shit is going to be shut down very soon if black women who represent themselves don't get out here and start pushing black femicide to the front and crying and screaming about the domestic violence and the things we face specific to who we are as a group of women. Because when you get out there and you start yelling and screaming, the people who are in the position to say no to some of these laws and look at you through a different lens, that's your opportunity. And if you don't take it, they're going to think the worst of you and think that now they have to think for you and act for you on your behalf because you're not out there doing it yourself. So if you get a chance, please go watch this live. It's very informative. I agree with the majority of what they say, but I'm not a person that agrees with secrecy and so-called moving in silence, because when you are not broadcasting to people what your intentions are, how the hell do you think anybody's supposed to know what you want and then give it to you? Like, y'all got to understand that a lot of these women mean very well, but they're cowards and they're punks, and they don't have what it takes to really get out in that street and do what the fuck it takes to make this society right. It is what it is. All right. Please try to check it out. I hope y'all go and seriously read that Project 2025 and rethink any of your voting choices if they included voting for white male Republicans or white women Republicans. Please don't. Or any of these black coons that these white people got in their pocket. The point is, y'all, you need to put the Democrats in so they could get rid of all of these laws that these conservatives and Republicans have put on the books to stymie and stifle women's rights, and to restore Roe and bring back diversity and everything else. Because believe me, all it takes is the vote and the rallying cry from the people. And believe me, if you want to get rid of the Supreme Court, you can rally for that too. But before that will happen, you're better off crying for term limitations for them so they can get the fuck out of there. And no matter how many times a racist president like Trump puts in another racist to take away women's rights, they only will be able to do so much damage before someone else has to come in with a different perspective. When I was talking about real life last night on that young girl's channel, that Sovereign Woman, and I was trying to get you young people to understand that this goes beyond trying to have bullshit gender wars with stupid black males. You have to learn to stand together like our foremothers did and fight for what we need. Not what they want, or no romance or no relationship, but what you need to continue to live a free, flourishing life in this country. Read that Project 2025.